God created family, but today family is under distress. What are the top verses in the Bible can we read about family in the hopes of strengthening them? Well, in Exodus 20:12 says, "Honor your father and your mother so that you may live a long life in the land of the Lord your God has given you." The fifth commandment is the first commandment that relates to humans. Family is the foundation of any nation and people. When family starts to crumble, so does the foundation of the nation. The fifth commandment is the only one with a promise, the promise of a long life for the children that honor their father and their mother. Joshua 24:15. Choose for yourself this day whom you will serve, whether the gods of your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates, or the gods of the Amorites in those lands you are living. But as for me, my household, we will serve the Lord. Joshua made a statement to Israel after Moses was gone. He also made a statement about his family, that for his household they will serve the Lord. When the family determines to serve the Lord is determined to be part of that family. Families are stronger when the Lord is being considered before making any decisions. When the Lord is honored, things will go well with that family. Like Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, "And though a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him. A threefold cord is quickly broken. When the third cord is God, then families are stronger and can withstand many of the storms of life." Psalms 103:17 through 18. But the loving kindness of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting on those who fear him, and his righteousness to children's children, to those who keep his covenant and to remember to do his commandments. How can God's own righteousness be extended to children's children? That means grandchildren and great-grandchildren. It is not by only remembering his commandments, but by fearing him. Fear means respecting who God is. When families are obedient to God, his righteousness can be extended into the third and fourth generations and beyond. This way, mercy extends to those who fear him from generation to generation. Luke 1:50, and showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. Deuteronomy 5:10. This is because he remembers his covenant forever and the promise he made for 1,000 generations. Psalms 105:8, Proverbs 1:8 through 9. Hear, my son, your father's instructions, and forsake not your mother's teaching, for they are a graceful garland for your head and a pennant for your neck. This is given to sons and daughters also. Parents have experience and wisdom and are concerned about preventing our children from making the same mistakes they have made. But these scriptures are also intended for those children still living at home. If they do listen to their father and mother, it will be graceful and displaying honor from not forsaking their instruction and teachings. 1 Timothy 5:8. But for anyone that does not provide for his relatives, and especially for the members of his household, he has denied his faith and is worse than being an unbeliever. This may not seem very hopeful, but the verse is intended for fathers that are not providing for their families. It may sound like it is only talking about food and shelter, but there is more to this life. Matthew 6:25. A father is like a priest of the family, and when it is spiritually and morally bankrupt, the family truly suffers. If a father doesn't provide for these things to his family, God says that he is worse than being an unbeliever. The unbeliever doesn't have access to biblical principles on how to raise children, care for their family, and love their spouse. This man does not provide for his family, has denied the faith in the sense that he has no evidence of being a Christian and is most likely denying Christ himself. Proverbs 22:6, train up your children in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. When the child has grown old, the child has learned from the home, and they will always remember. They might later recognize that they should have listened and avoided many of the mistakes they had to learn the hard way. Good families train their children, and they will start when they are very young and steadily do so until they leave their home. May God send you and your families many blessings. And please help support us by buying one of our Christian t-shirts at fatherfeaturing.com. Thanks for watching.